All right, guys, we are going to pick up where we left off. My last recording got cut off at the end of chapter 13, but we're picking up Summer Breeze by Nancy Thayer. Petey loved to eat. Once they got settled, he focused intensely on his peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which he took apart and licked, allowing Morgan to take a deep breath, sip her latte, enjoy her own sandwich, and gaze around at the college campus. It was like a city, a world. She had loved every campus she'd set foot on. The professors, the students, the residences, the ivy-covered towers of classrooms, the libraries, the labs, and especially the maintenance buildings that kept this world running. Funny thing about maintenance, it was essential, yet no one paid any attention to it. No one praised it. Yet the most brilliant scholar couldn't function without it. It was like motherhood, Morgan thought, grinning to herself. After lunch, she held Petey's hand, and they slowly ambled down to gaze into the pond. But Petey was tired and ready for his afternoon nap, so they turned around and toddled back up toward the sidewalk. He clamored for Morgan to carry him. She wanted him to walk as much as he could, and this particular debate took all her attention as they made their way toward North Pleasant Street, where she parked her car. "Collie!" Peter Petey lifted his arms pathetically. "You're a big, strong boy. You're full of sugar," Morgan reminded him. She needed him to use up all his energy so he'd have a good long nap. "Cawee, Mommy, please." In his blue shorts, white shirt, and sneakers, he resembled a tiny track star who could go no farther. Petey knew how to push her buttons, knew how to make his voice full of pathos. She was kneeling to pick him up when a very polite, accented voice asked, "Is the child okay?" Morgan looked up, but not very far, for the voice came from a short, exceptionally neat Japanese man in a crisp linen suit. To her surprise, Ben Barnaby stood next to him. "Ben!" Morgan rose awkwardly, Petey in her arms. "Morgan, what are you doing here?" Ben was impressive in his suit and tie. "We just had a picnic by the pond. I had to come into town, and I thought I'd give Petey the opportunity to see the campus." Petey waved an exuberant hello at Ben. "Hi, Guy." Ben high-fived Petey. "Morgan, this is Dr. Takamaki from Tokyo. He's an expert in nuclear engineering. He was the keynote speaker at our conference here this week." Morgan extended her hand and shook the scientist's tiny white paw. "I'm honored to meet you, Dr. Takamaki." Dr. Takamaki bowed slightly. "And I, you. You have a most pleasing son." The charming man was so doll-like in his perfection, Morgan almost bowed back to him. "Thank you. I am availing myself of fresh air, which is excellent for the brain, while at the same time I am having a most thought-provoking conversation with this young scholar," Dr. Tamaki told her. Petey was squirming in her arms now, turning into Octopus Boy. "Well, I have to get my excellent child home for a nap before he has a meltdown," Morgan announced. "Meltdown." Dr. Tamaki first looked concerned, then barked out a laugh. "I see, I see. It was nice meeting you, Dr. Tamaki." "Bye, Ben." Morgan strode away, hurrying toward the car. Petey fell asleep in his car seat on the way to Dragonfly Lake. Fortunately, the heat of the day and the excitement of the morning had used up his energy, so when Morgan unlatched him from his seat, he scarcely woke. And that is the end of chapter 13, where I left off before my recording stopped. I'll pick up on chapter 14 the next time I see you.